Hi, I'm Tyler Johnston with Johnston Realty.
And I'm Brandi Sorensen with Johnston Realty. And this is your Natrona County market update for the week of August 11th.
Yeah,
So far, right now, we have 263 active homes in Natrona County. And then there's 160 pending right now, currently. And so far, there's been 45 sold this month.
that seems down.
Yeah, and I noticed that it was down a little bit from in Converse County too. So obviously the ones that are sold this month were put under
Last
month. So maybe just a little bit of a lull in the.
What are your thoughts on seeing, watching posts and everything, everybody talking about things are starting to shift a bit in Casper, where it's turning more into
More of a balanced market.
buyer's sliding towards a buyer's market.
Yeah, I definitely don't think for the most part that it's a buyer's market, but I think it's becoming more balanced. So it's not just like a complete hot seller's market where the buyers just have to
take it
or leave it.
Yeah.
So I think that that's good actually for the market.
Gives the buyers a little bit more power for negotiation, making sure that repairs get met, or they can ask for the things that they feel is important to them.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then there's also more choices.
Yeah. Yes, that's really helpful too. So it's not just like settle or.
Yeah. Do I really need this?
Right. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. And school starts next week.
Yep. In Converse County, school starts this week, or this coming week. And we start on Monday in Glen Rock, but Douglas doesn't start till the middle of the week.
Yeah, we start Wednesday. But now Douglas, and I guess I never realized this, what's Glen Rock's school schedule? Do they get off on Fridays?
4 days a week, and I love it.
Seriously, you guys only go 4 days a week? Okay, because Douglas is Monday through Friday, but the high school got out every Friday at 1:30.
Early day. Okay.
Yeah, but all of the other schools got out at 3:30.
Even on Friday.
Even on Friday.
They don't have any early day.
No.
Interesting.
But now this year, everybody has the early day on Friday.
Well, that makes sense. That's how it was when I grew up, actually, in Utah. They had early outs on Friday.
See, and I went, well, I guess I'm old. I went to kindergarten when it was only half day.
Me too. Me too. I was scared when my kids went, they're going to go all day?
That's what
they can't handle that.
What? It's all day? Are you serious?
Yeah.
But yeah, so now all of the schools in the district in Douglas get out early at 1:30 on Friday this year. And I'm like trying to wrap my head around schedules for pickups.
Right.
Because it was always easy. Everybody got off. If my high schooler gets out at 1:30, there's other high schoolers that can drive.
Right.
But I've got a middle schooler now this year, so I'm so now I'm annoyed. What am I gonna do?
It is a whole thing when you have to arrange around your kids. Yeah, I love having no Fridays. Because usually that's like a football or a wrestling tournament, like sports. I love it. Of course, I have a schedule where I can schedule around my, appointments, showings, whatever. But I do think that Boys and Girls Club is a huge asset for that because, I just thought of other places. There's no way, because so many parents work. So, how are they their kids gonna, be home all day? And I get it. I was also a latchkey kid. We were left home,
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if we ever locked the door, so I couldn't consider myself, but we were home. I had parents, both parents worked. And a lot of times we were home watching cartoons or Oprah or Jerry Springer.
Oh, yeah.
So probably things we should, but we lived, and So I don't know. It's just interesting. But I do love having the Boys and Girls Club because when I was working and not able to, I had sent my kids to the Boys and Girls Club, and it's really, I don't know, for me it was helpful instead of just sending them home because I was really more afraid that they were just going to fight and kill each other, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, that's what I was the same. You know, my parents both worked at the office, so after school, you just walked home, and I was home
Then
by
they got
myself
home when they
until
got
when they got home. And there was one day I actually got home, and again, the door was never locked. The door was locked. I couldn't get in the house, and I couldn't get in the back door, and I couldn't get in through the garage. And it was the one day when all of my friends didn't come home because they were gone. We lived in a cul-de-sac, so everybody was gone. So I was sitting on the front porch, and I could hear the phone ringing in the house, and the answering machine would pick up. There used to actually be machines connected to the phone. And I could hear my mom yelling at me to pick up the phone.
You're like, you locked me out.
Pick up the phone.
Somebody locked me
She
out.
called like 5 times in a row, yelling at me over the answering machine. And I'm just sitting on the front porch, just like, I can't do this. And here she comes tearing around the corner, gets out of the car. She's like, why aren't you answering the phone? I said, I can't get in the house. And she like froze. She's like, get in the car. We got places to go.
Oh, that's funny.
But there's talk of Douglas going to that 4-day.
I love it. I know that some places they're like afraid or whatever. In fact, in Utah, where I graduated from, they were talking about going to 4-day school, and people were in uproar about it, and how, like, even teachers, they're all uproar about it. Of course, I think a lot in Wyoming, in Utah, their school sports, they're like on all sorts of every random day. But I think for the most part, Wyoming has most of their sports on Fridays because everybody has to travel so far, I think. Well, it's my thing, and my husband said that's how it always was when he was growing up too. And so I'm like, well, if everybody could get on the same page, it'd be easier. But this past year was our first year of having a spring break because we didn't have a spring break. We started this time last year, and then we got out right before Memorial Day, but they thought that because of the
Missed Fridays,
like there wasn't enough days, but there was enough days. It wasn't hours or whatever, so they adjusted it where we go a little bit longer. But now we do have a spring break. Because like Rock Springs, I was like, Rock Springs has a spring break, and Rollins, I think, like there was some other, I'm like, oh, I thought we didn't have a spring break because we have 4-day, and they're like, well, we have 4-day and we have a spring break, and we still get out before Memorial Day. So.
See, and I would prefer the 4-day than the early out on Friday.
Yeah.
Like I said, just for scheduling.
Yeah. Because then you always know Friday's always the same.
Well, Brighton's in Speech and Debate, they leave Friday and they don't come back until Saturday night after 10 o'clock. So that's his big thing. None of my other kids really did sports, band and marching band and stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes this year.
And then one of my kids is going to Natrona County.
Right.
And so I'm like, I will never do not a 4-day except for this. Now they're going to go 5 days a week. But each month there's at least a day off for something, you know, like President's Day or Juneteenth or, whatever the day is that. But we don't, in Glen Rock, because of the 4-day, a lot of those things we don't get off.
Right.
You
just go.
We just go, obviously like Labor Day, you get off, but that's really it. Labor Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and now spring break in Glen Rock, but I like it.
That'll be interesting.
So, different schools, different places. So.
Yeah. And how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I don't even remember what we did, so it must have not been bad, must have not been...
It went?
Yeah, it went.
You're here. It worked.
Yes. And then I'm going to State Fair this week. I haven't gone yet, but I'm going
Nice.
today. So that'll be fun.
Let me know how it is. The kids went last night and did the rides and hung out with friends and did all that type of stuff. So, and then Saturday's the demo derby.
Oh yes, we're going to be gone.
Oh really?
So we're going to miss it this year.
The fire department hit me up. They're like, "Hey, would you donate some time and drone the demo derby?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there." So I'm gonna go take.
That'll be
video.
fun. Drone video. Have you done it before?
No. Well, I did. A friend of mine, Josh Wilson, did a demolition derby like 6-7 years ago, and I took the drone down and I tried to film the whole thing, and it was right when I first started doing video stuff. It was like a 7-minute video of just cars barely crawling and bumping into. I was like, okay, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but Brighton's walking in the parade for the marching band.
Cool.
So we'll do that in the morning, and then I got talked into doing that. I'm like, because I was thinking, I don't have to do anything for fair this year. So we'll do that, but it should be fun.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
The kids said the rides were good and stuff last night, but I don't know what. If there's a zipper, my kids are like, yay.
Yeah.
So.
To be a kid again where you just find joy in everything. I kind of miss that.
Everything was so simple.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's good. Good. Well, I think we're going to have a good time. So I love that it's here. But
yeah. Maintenance tips this week?
Yeah, I was thinking make sure that you go get your, fall is still a little bit of a ways off, but I really recommend you preparing your furnace. So if there's anything, make sure you have enough filters, all those things, but also if you have a stove, a pellet stove or a wood stove or anything, huge proponent of making sure those get cleaned every year. My dad was a fireman, and so all of those safety, that's my biggest.
Well, Magic City comes to Douglas for cleanings. I mean, I had one done on a listing before it was closed, and it's not that expensive. I mean, it's fairly inexpensive for the safety behind it.
Yeah. So, and we actually have them scheduled every year. So when we first bought our house, there was a magnet on our fridge, and it said like, your next cleaning is August, whatever, and we bought it in January. So I just called them, and it was helpful because we had never had a pellet stove before too, so we were able to, I was like, what do we need to do, like maintenance wise and stuff? We went over there to Magic City, and they like showed us all the things, how to clean it, like, okay, this is what kind of stove you had. So that was really good. But then they kind of schedule ahead of time, and then obviously if you're not on the schedule, then they can fit you in, but they have like this is like Rolling Hills week, or Glenrock or Douglas or whatever. And so we just stay on the schedule.
Nice.
So it's great. I like it that way. So just make sure you do that if you haven't thought about it. And I know some people clean it themselves, but I just get nervous about that.
Safe and sound, yeah. Well, I was so excited. We bought one house in town, and it had 2 pellet stoves, and it was August. I found a deal on pellets, and I went and bought an entire pallet and unstacked it and restacked it in the garage. And then it was time to turn them on, and they didn't work.
Oh.
And I was fiddling with it, and it had the one in the living room actually had a battery backup.
Interesting.
And I crossed 2 wires, and sparks went everywhere.
That's a problem.
The kids are like, Dad? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll stop. I'll call somebody. And then
I'll call the pro.
And then I never called anybody. So, yeah. But they work so good.
I like them a lot. The one thing is if the power goes out, which we do have, but I didn't know that they had battery backup, so I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, this one had a battery back behind it, and so if the power went out, it would still kick on.
Because we haven't decided on solar, or we've talked about getting a generator backup too, but
things to do.
So many.
Just add it to your list.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, maintenance tips, or thoughts, we would love to hear them. Make sure you subscribe and comment below on any questions or thoughts that you have. And we will see you next week.
Thanks.